My goodness, what a week, what a week. In a word, busy. So before, every day when I commute to work on my bike, I always start off by driving my minivan in my Lycra. I just thought it'd be funny if I had a photo of that. So one day I'm like, yep. I actually had to pick up my mom so she could take care of the baby while so when I pick her up I go in my Lycra so that when I'm done picking her up, I just get home and jump on my bike and ride. It's a really tight schedule. One of those things where I can't pick her up before 11, but I have to be riding my bike before 11:30, and she lives about 10 minutes away, so 10 minutes back. It's a pretty tight schedule. So that's kind of how I do it every time I ride. It's not a big deal. I make it work. It's worth it. I get to ride. I've been riding. My commute time has improved a lot. Well, not really a lot, but I mean, for 12 miles, the fact that I used to be about 56 minutes, 58 minutes, and I'm at about 45 minutes now. 10 minutes on a short 12-mile ride with only one major climb. It's pretty good. I say major, but it's not that bad. It's not like a mountain or anything. What else? Lately we've been messing around a lot after hours. Once we're finished with work and we go outside, we kind of chill and relax a little bit. Hopefully everyone that works at a bike shop feels this way, but we kind of get along pretty well. So it does kind of feel like hanging out the whole day. That makes work a lot more pleasant. What else came in this week? Anthony and I were talking about Trek's new, or kind of mentioned it. Trek's new bike that's, what is it? Has like dropouts like a track bike. Apparently you can change the geometry from like gravel grinder to like, I don't know, racer or something like that. And the weight's pretty good on it. So that's kind of cool. I think it's a little gimmicky, but it's cool. My spokes are out of tension all the time now. After almost every ride, I gotta retension them. I'm gonna go with something drastic. I think I'm just over the weight limit with me being about 188, and the bike and everything on it's about 42, 43 pounds. I think I'm just over the weight limit on these rims or something. They're Alex rims, DC19s. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just, come to think of it, my very first bike I had, which is a Jameis Ventura Sport that I bought from Newhall Bicycles. Those Alex rims didn't last me anything either. I don't know, Alex rim. I'm not sold on you. Just not sold. We got this really cool Specialized Epic. It had that Olympic paint job where if you touch it and hold it, it changes colors. It's like heat activated. That was pretty awesome. We were like, everyone there was like dumb for like the first like 5 minutes. We saw it, everyone was like, ooh. So that was pretty cool just to see that. Again, it's gimmicky. It doesn't make the bike ride any better. If anything, it adds a lot of weight, but whatever. What else? On my way home on one of the drives, I saw the Track Stand King, my coworker JD again, on his commute home. He was track standing for a good 2-3 minutes. No movement, just steady as a picture, I guess, or whatever. What else? JD worked on this cool recumbent that was kind of a pain in the butt. Apparently, like the weight of just all the shocks kind of bowed it out a little bit in the center. So we had to get creative with how the disc brake went on there, because there's an axle that goes through and you release the coupling in the middle, and it had like 8 speeds, and then the coupling, and then this sprocket to that we both go from the chain to that. But then it also had a disc brake, so that was fun for him. He kind of enjoyed that, even though it wasn't the easiest thing in the world to work on. What else? I got this photo of a mountain bike, the Thorn, good sized Thorn, maybe 2-3 mils, going through one of the nubs, and it's like totally perfectly going through it. That was pretty lucky. Because had it been just a few millimeters on the opposite direction, that would probably have been a flat. It was not tubeless, so it would have been a flat. And again, there was a million spoke lowrider rim, and again, for some reason, I got it. I'm the one that worked on that. We don't really pick out the bikes we work on. We just kind of grab them as they come in the work order. So we just kind of go by first one in, first one out. So I'm just a lucky guy. I'm lucky. Got to overhaul 2 hubs and a couple of spokes on a lowrider rim that had like 1,000 spokes in there. I always end up with it. GCN hack. My gloves, I put them right here because I need them to dry out, and everywhere else has not worked for me. I threw it on there, and it dried perfectly in time for my ride home, which is about 6-7 hours after. So pretty cool. Towards the end of the week, we were kind of out of repairs to do. We were running out of repairs towards the end of the week. It started winding down, and when it winds down at the bike shop, we go into cleaning mode, which normally gets a little bit neglected. So that was good that we had a little bit of time to clean up, but we won't be cleaning up Monday or Tuesday, that's for sure. We got a bunch more work to do, which it's a blessing. We're happy for that. Happy to work. Happy to get people back on their bikes. Happy they trust us. We work hard. We're constantly learning to do that. So hey, that's part of the craft. Part of our trade is making sure that we can do our work efficiently and quickly. So pretty awesome. And for anyone who saw that, this needs to be rebuilt. If your pedal spins that quickly, it's done. You need to rebuild it, relube it, repack it. So do I. But hey, just goes to show, just because you're a bike mechanic doesn't mean your bike's always in the best possible shape. Sometimes we get busy like everyone else. Alright, till next week, guys. Later on.